Hello, my name is Ethan, and this is a video guide on how to use Zotero. I'm making this video specifically for a friend, but I hope that anybody who stumbles across this video can gain a basic understanding of how to use Zotero. So first, what is Zotero? As it says on this website, Zotero is a free, easy-to-use tool to help you collect, organize, annotate, cite, and share research. In my experience, it's really helpful in speeding up the amount of research that I can do because I don't have to spend my time citing things, and I can spend my time actually writing and thinking about things. I've also seen people with their desktops completely full of the PDFs that they've downloaded. Zotero allows those to be collected all in one spot, easily accessible and clean, so you can free the clutter up from your desktop. So to get started, you can go to zotero.org. From there, you can hit the download button and download it for your operating system. Depending on what browser you use, you might also have to download Zotero Connector. For Google Chrome, for example, you need to go to the extension store or the Chrome store and download the extension, Zotero Connector. For Safari, it's built into the app. So once you have that downloaded, you can open it up and you can go to Zotero here if you're on a Mac and go to Settings. If you're on a PC, you can go to Edit and then you can go to Preferences at the very bottom. Once you open that up, you want to go to the Sync tab and create an account. Once you create an account, it will allow you to access the same Zotero things that you have saved on multiple devices. So you can access things that you've downloaded on your computer, on your phone. I find that very helpful. But either way, you would want to save this in case something happens to your physical computer. They will be stored on the cloud and you won't lose all your information. So now let's talk in the context of research. Let's say I'm writing a paper about student well-being and parental educational attainment and math. It looks like this article is relevant. So I'm going to click this article and it brings me to a page. Now, notice that the Zotero connector icon has turned into a PDF document. You can click that right there and it will save a copy of the PDF. If you double click in your Zotero, you can open it up in Zotero. Unfortunately, it looks like this copy, the PDF was not just his article, it was everybody's article. It was the whole journal. You can delete pages and just make it this article, which you should do. For now, I'm just going to keep it like this. So it actually hasn't created an item. It's just the PDF. So you can go here to new item and note that it's a journal article. That will create a blank journal article where you can attach this PDF. The next step is a little tedious. You have to manually fill in all this information by hand. So the title is Examining Student Wellbeing and Parental Educational Attainment in a U.S. College Mathematics Course. You could enter this title in title case, meaning every first letter is capitalized, but you don't want to do that. You actually want to enter it in sentence case. And you want to do that because when you cite, it's going to take this article, whatever you put here, and cite it into your reference section. And APA at least does not use title case for journal titles. For journal article titles, it uses sentence case. So here you can put the author. You can do this in two ways. You can put in, if it's an institution, you can do the full name, or you can click this tab, which makes it a last name and a first name. For example, if there was an institutional author, for example, the U.S. Department of Education, you can do that. I'm going to leave it in the last name, first name field and fill it in as such because it is a person. The abstract, you can copy directly from the article. And you have to find the publication information. So this is the, this would be the journal title, aka the publication. The volume, it appears that it's volume number 2. I'm not sure if there's an issue number. I'm not seeing any issue number from this right here. And the pages, the article by Almora Rios begins on page 25 and ends on page 31. So I would say 25 to 31. And of course, the date is very important. The date you can just keep as the year. You don't need to go more specific than that. So I'm going to say 2024. If there's a DOI, you can write the DOI. If there's an ISSN, you can note the ISSN. And I'm just going to put the URL in case I ever need to find it again. So that was a little complicated, but that would be how you manually cite in Zotero. Fortunately for us, we normally don't have to do that. Let's go back to our results page. And let's say, for example, we want to use this third article, socioeconomic status and well-being as predictors of students' academic achievement, evidence from a developing country. So when we click here, instead of the PDF, we are met with this page that has the abstract, keywords, and a lot of the information. Zotero is a big fan of this. Now, instead of seeing the PDF icon, we see this icon. This is really nice. This means that Zotero has identified that this is a journal article and it's going to cite everything for you automatically. So I'm just going to click that and click done. Notice how the full text PDF is red. That's because I do not have access to this PDF, and this PDF is not available for free online. So this means that you can't use Zotero just to get everything for free. You actually do need institutional access. But if you notice here, it has filled in the journal article, the title. It sometimes does this wrong, and in this case it has because the subtitle, the first letter should be capitalized. But other than that, it is in sentence case, which is really good. It has found the authors. It has found the publication, volume, issue number, all that good stuff. So this is really good. If I had access to this article, I would download it, and you can manually drag the downloaded PDF into this, much like we did with the article by Almora Rios. Now that we have our articles ready to go, let's practice using Zotero in Google Docs. You can also do this through Word. For Google Docs, you want to go to Extensions, Add-ons, and click Get Add-ons. From there, you type in Zotero, and this will allow you to download Zotero for Google Docs. I already have it, so it's not letting me download it again. And it should appear as a tab in this row called Zotero. So let's start typing. Student well-being can be predicted by parental educational attainment. Normally, how I would cite in APA format is like this. Lucky for us, I don't have to do that because I have Zotero. What I'm going to do instead is put one space there, go to Zotero, and hit Add or Edit Citation. You can also do Control plus Command C. It brings up this page where I can choose what format I want to cite in. I'm using APA 7 in English. So I'm going to click OK. And it's going to bring up this box. And I'm going to type in the source that I want to cite. In this case, I want to cite the article by Almora Rios. I practiced this twice, so I have two of the same document. But this one has all the information, including the year, the journal title, the volume number, and the page numbers. So I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to click enter. And it should cite automatically for me. Now let's try that again with the other article that we downloaded. Again, I'm going to click Zotero, click add or edit citation. And I'm going to use the article by Erdem and Kaya. And it's cited. Let's say I wanted to cite both of them in one citation. Now I'm going to click Zotero and click add or edit citation again. And I'm going to type in Almora Rios and Erdem and Kaya, now that I know this. You can search either by author last name or by article title. Once I click enter, again, it's going to put them both. Now let's say I messed up and I meant to cite something else instead. I can click the edit button and it will bring me back to a page where I have both of these, and I can backspace to delete. Let's say I meant to do Erdem and Almora Rios. Notice how it automatically puts Almora Rios first. And that's because in APA, when you cite multiple citations in the same parentheses, it's in alphabetical order. So Zotero knows that, and it automatically puts them in alphabetical order. Awesome. But let's say I want to do something in text, meaning I want to do a narrative citation. I can go here where I want to insert the year. Normally, I would just do it as such. But I can click Zotero, add or edit citation, find my article. And this time I'm going to click the citation and I'm going to click omit author. This will give me just the year, which is exactly what I want. You may be asking yourself, this seems like it's slower or only marginally faster than manually citing. But there are some important benefits. The first is that you always know what article you cited. I can go back here at any time, click edit with Zotero, and find out. Zotero is buggy sometimes. I'm going to reload the page and see if it is still acting up. Okay, so it's working now, and it lets me find the exact article that I used, which is awesome. But perhaps the best thing and the reason why I use Zotero is the bibliography. So let's say I finished writing. I am going to make a references section. I could manually cite everything, or I could click Zotero and add edit bibliography. What it's going to do is automatically find all the sources that I cited using Zotero. And using the information that I've given it or that it has found, it is going to cite it all in whatever format you want it to. So instead of spending one day doing your bibliography section after you're already done with your paper, it just takes one click and two clicks. Let's say I want to add a third source. Let me add one more from Minzo. I'm going to choose to do the narrative citation. And I want the Asian American Achievement Paradox. So I guess that's two authors. It works the same way. Oops, I messed up. Let me go to edit Zotero and omit the author and add Jennifer Lee. Notice how because I added in this, it has automatically updated my bibliography. Let's try again with a different example. I'm going to click Zotero, add edit citation, and there we go. Now, this is an interesting problem because Inoke's first name starts with an apostrophe. So Zotero doesn't really know what to do with it. As you can see, it's formatted the exact same way as the other names, but Inoke's name happens to start with an apostrophe. In edge cases like these, you can just fix the improper Zotero citation. Edge cases like these do happen, but they are fairly rare. But once again, make sure that you're checking your references before you submit anything. Don't just assume that Zotero is going to be doing it correctly. Although, if you type in all the information correctly, it should do a pretty good job. So that's how you cite and add references in Zotero. Within individual articles too, you have a plethora of functions, including highlighting or adding notes. So you can use Zotero not just for citing, but for reading and researching. You can create folders, and those articles will appear both when you click My Library, which contains all your articles, and in that specific section. So for example, I have one on just theoretical frameworks. So those will appear both in the My Library and in the theoretical framework section, but won't appear in the model minorities section. You can also create a group library. For example, if you're working with somebody on a co-authored paper and you want to share resources between two people, you can create a group library as long as they also have a Zotero account. I think that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously, Zotero is a lot more useful than this. And as we can see, there are some things that it can't do or some areas where it will mess up. But overall, it's a really good tool and it saves a lot of time, especially with those longer papers that you're writing. So thank you for watching my video. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment below and I'll try to answer it.